channel. Karibu sana, and we are going straight and we are going ahead with our conversations. You're going to find us on our social media platforms, Y254 pale Facebook, Y254 pale X, Instagram, and let's keep interacting, let's keep communicating. And we have our question of the day today, and I need you to give me your comments, comment to our question of the day, and let us get to know what you have to say about it. And so the question is, J, kuna education ya kutosha kuhusu menstrual hygiene kwa both wasichana na wavulana? That is a question to you, my listener, my viewer. Do you, according to you, what's your perspective? What's your take in regards to menstrual health? Is there education that's enough? Do both boys and girls have enough content in regards to the same? This is Why in the Morning, and now we are at WCW, and I have beautiful guests with me here, and we are going to be discussing on the same. So stay tuned as we get on to it. So good morning.
Hey, good morning.
How are you?
Very fine. How are you?
I would like you to start with greeting, saying hi to us, tell us who you are, your name, and what you do.
All right, so thank you first for this opportunity to be here. My name is Joanne Kipto. I'm a student, Pioneer International University. I am a girl child education and empowerment champion and also a community advocate. So I'm here because menstrual health and hygiene matters to me. Let's talk about it. Let's educate the society and let it be known that it's something normal, you know. Yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful and awesome. Thank you, Joanne. How are you? Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Sandra Osike, and I'm also a student at KCA University, and I'm also enthusiastic about menstrual hygiene, and also I would like to share all that I know about menstrual hygiene.
Wow, that is awesome. The fact that you have this education and you want to give it out to the world, because like you're saying, menstrual health is a topic that's so important, but it's kind of imewekwa kando, you know, because people feel like it's not important, or at some point people feel as if it's awkward or something, you know. So we start with you, Joanne. Yes. What's your perspective in regards to menstrual health, mostly when it comes to education? How should it be approached? Like, should it be involved in their in school, in education, like in classes, and how far is it? Is there a way they should improve, or what do you think about that?
Yeah, that's a good question. And so yeah, it's true, menstrual health and education work hand in hand. It's a girl who's in school that gets to go through this menstrual cycle every month, you see. But if it's a problem that I cannot attend school because of my cycle, it's affecting my education. It's not only affecting me as a person, but Kenya as a country or any other country. So they work hand in hand. And on if it has been approached well, if you ask me, not really. No, there's still a lot that needs to be done. As a country, as Africa, as a society, we still need to approach this subject. You see the way we've demystified mental health, like everybody's talking about it. Can you also give menstrual health a chance? Can we make it known that it's something normal, it's an health issue, it's affecting our education, our development, and literally everything? So yes, we stand a chance to improve, establish, and develop on our baby steps as a country to talk about it. Let boys know that it's nothing to shame a girl. I mean, you should not reject a girl or talk bad about a girl because she's gone through a cycle. It's an health issues. And if you look at the definition of menstrual health, it's tied to physical, mental, social, and everything. It impacts a girl in all manner, you know. So let's talk about it. And we can do so much in educating the society and everybody. Yeah.
Well, that's deep. And like you're saying, it's very important that we discuss it, because yes, it's part of us. Yeah. This is who we are, and unless people get educated about it, unless we make it known to everyone out there, people might keep judging and living a life that is not the way it's not supposed to be. Yeah, so let's get to hear your take. What do you think? And is there enough education out there in regards to menstrual health?
Okay, according to me, I think people right now are really aware of menstrual hygiene, menstrual health, because back in the days we used to have cases whereby girls are doing that on the ground for some days because they are not fully aware that things like pads, the products that we actually use for the menstrualization, all that, the products that we actually use. But right now you find that people are aware in schools, girls are aware, and they wouldn't just leave you there, but they can even offer to take a sweater and cover you. Even the boys no longer laugh. And also nowadays you find even you can even send your brother or even your father to go and get you a sanitary towel, and it won't be an issue. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'd say maybe that would work in urban areas,
Yes.
but when it comes to rural areas, are you sure that this information and the issue or matters to do with menstrual health are already embraced?
Yes.
Ah.
Yes.
Can
And
I also say something on that?
Yes, they are there because we find that nowadays the government actually, they take the pads, the government actually provides sanitary towels and other products to schools, and even people from, I'd say celebrities or people from charity homes, they actually take the sanitary towels to those places where they feel people cannot access such products. Yeah, so I think they are aware, and also the teachers that are there in those schools in the rural areas or in the community, they actually call people, they call the women, the children, the girls, and actually talk to them. So I feel like in this world of today, even those rural areas, they have been catered for, like they have been taught and they have been made aware of what menstrual hygiene or menstrual health is.
Well, I'd say that is fantastic. Let's get to hear what Joanne
Please,
has to say.
yes, please. For me, I used to say the same thing. What she says, that it has been demystified, that menstrual health is just something so normal. I used to say that until when I started my community service, especially in Madari. Right now, I feel like we should not really talk about a rural setting and urban setting. Can we talk about the informal settlement? Can we talk about those girls in Madare and those young mothers who cannot afford to mention menstrual health in front of the family, like stigma? This issue is still stigmatized, and I'm not trying to be a pessimistic person here, because yes, there are things that are going on. We are having philanthropists coming in to take part in this campaign and this issue. Yes, let's give them the flowers. But then again, there's still a lot that needs to be done, you know. In Madare, where I've worked, we've had a pet drive, and we're organizing another one on 11th October. It's because we've identified a gap. There's a problem there. Those girls cannot go to school every day. Imagine a girl who was to miss 3 days of school every week. I mean, every other month they have their cycle. You see, that's a problem. And now imagine that sums up to 20% of academic calendar lost. You see, that's a loss on us as a country. So yes, there are things that are being done, but then again, there's still a huge gap. And then going back to the Basic Education Gap Act, rather, of 2017, where we had the funding and distribution of pads in schools. I used to receive them, but not anymore. That doesn't happen these days. We are talking about mental health, climate change, and other things. So yes, in as much as there's things that have been done, man, there's still so much we have to do as a country, as a society, as women, as sisters, and really we can do it, you know.
Well, I'd ask in relations to that, we get to a point and we find that, like you're saying, there are people who already, their stigmatization is still there. There are people who already, they still feel like being a lady, and during a cycle it's as if it's a curse or something, because like you're saying, they miss classes, others are treated not in a rightful way. So what should we do? What action should we take in regards to that? Let's get to hear from Sandra.
Okay, so what I'd say is that the government should provide the necessary products to these places, and they should not just provide for a certain period of time, or let me just say campaign times only, but throughout. And when they are providing these products, the free ones, they are usually not that good. You find that the sanitary towels, they are plastic, and when you have them on you for like 4 hours or even 3, you start getting burnt down there, and it's not really looking good. So if they are going to be providing these sanitary towels, we actually want something that is effective and something that is cotton. We want good quality, not just free and then it's just something else. And sometimes they even provide the sanitary towels or the products that have expired, or they expire quickly, you get. So we actually want quality. We actually want the best. Yes, that is what I'd say.
And in regards to that, actually, I don't know if you've noticed that the price of sanitary pads has hiked up so
yes,
high.
Yes.
What is your take in regards to that?
That's okay. Honestly, that's another crisis in its own. You know, right now you cannot get a good pad in less than probably 80 shillings. You can't, right? So imagine when these pads used to be sold at, I think, 50 shillings, there are girls who couldn't access them. Now imagine right now where these prices have skyrocketed and the government no longer distributes them. You see, menstrual health is like, okay, access to menstrual materials is like, it's a human right, you see, and it's because menstrual health itself cuts across over 5 SDGs. And if you cannot address that crisis, then whatever development you're talking about is not even sustainable. She's talking about parts that are not quality. You see, and then a problem comes in. We need to be empowered, educated, that I know my body. I should know what brand works for me. I should know how long should I remove my pad after, after how long, you know. And then I should also know that, you see, there's a lot that needs to be done in terms of education, because science has it and medical researchers has it that after, I think, women experiences some infections, yeast infection, UTI, after their cycle. I didn't know that until I had to read baby, you know, like, so there's really a lot that needs to be done in terms of education, talking about distribution of quality. You see, quality products to these girls. That way we can address this crisis. And then again, about these prices, is the government to partner. The 17 SDG says partnership to achieving these goals, right? Let the government partner with NGOs, with every stakeholder, and solve this issue.
Well, that's a good point. But personally, let me say something in regards to that. How about we stop focusing on the government and focus on us? What can we do as individuals? What can we do at a personal level before we get to bring this whole issue to the government? You know, I remember there were those times where a little crisis, everyone is crying to the government, serikali's idea, you know, all that. What can we do? Sisi kama sisi wenyewe, girls on our own or kwa mashinani, what would you say that what action should we take, Sandra?
Okay, so what I would say is that, for example, you're coming from a village that you're the only lady that has made it, or you're the only lady that maybe has a job. You have a good job. You know you are able to afford this sanitary towel. I mean, go back and give back to the community.
Yeah, true.
Yes, go back and give back. Like, just go there, buy sanitary towel, call them, educate them, and also these MPs who are ladies, they can decide to do the same without involving the government and all that. And also in supermarkets, I think maybe they can introduce just a day to celebrate women because of just menstrualization and all that. I think they should introduce that, and on that day where they get to give away free pads and free menstrual products that are actually good. And also, yeah, I feel that like that will be effective. And also, if you're just a girl and you have noticed that the other girl needs help, please always offer the help. There's nothing that is going to happen to you. You're not going to lose that much. If you're able to help someone else, please do it.
We are told women are their own enemies.
Yes.
So
Unfortunately.
Yes,
how do we deal
true.
with that? Because actually, during the times we would study in school, maybe in a primary school, anytime a lady would mess, in most cases, it's a boy who would come to cover them up and not a lady. Yes. So I don't know what happens with ladies. Ni sawa tu wasichana mpendane huku nje. Mwache kukua hivyo. Yeah. So there's also something that comes up about disposable pads. What do you think about that? Or pads that maybe, for example, you can reuse. There are pads that are reusable. What's your take on that?
Okay, so I'll go first. Yeah, I think that is also, it's touching on sustainability, right? Because these other pads are synthetic, like they are 100% plastic. They take over 500 years to decompose. Yes. So that is, I think I can somehow support that brand, like where you have to reuse them, Is that, yeah. But then again, it's also excluding other communities. Again, I bring in the informal settlements. If people in this in the ghetto cannot afford clean water to drink, where will they get water to wash these pads?
Yes.
You know, like, and then you know you need a lot of water to make it clean. And then again, if the problem of stigma is still there, how do you expect me, who lives in Mathare, to hang my pads there when it's something that nobody is willing to talk about? When, you know, like, it's a whole issue in itself. So I kind of support that. But then again, we may have to work on SDG 6. Clean water and proper sanitation. Again, on this, how disposal of these other pads is that actually I've worked somewhere, I've seen these pads just, you know, then again, I don't know what's wrong with women. You just you dump them just everywhere. Again, that is another problem to do with waste. Unfortunately, our waste, let's say drainage systems in most parts of the countries in Kenya, they're so overstretched that they cannot accommodate pads, you know, and others. What I know is, I'll just use the washroom word, but if like there's no way I can dispose of these pads again, it's an environmental issue. You know, it's an health hazard again. So now we need also education on that part, how to dispose them. And then if it's about reusable pads, then we also need education. How many times do I need to clean it? Like, I mean, to rinse it with, you know, yeah.
Well, what you're saying is true, but now we have a problem on the table. We need to solve the problem. We need to know how to go about it, because it's already here with us. There's nothing we can do. We can't change anything, but we now need to deal with it. We now need to face it head on. What advice would you give to the community and the society as a whole in regards to menstrual health? And like you're saying, there's the issue of we don't have water and all that, but at times people tend to say that the reusable pads are kind of cheaper or something like that, because once I buy them, maybe I'll have to replace them after, I've never used them, maybe at 3 months or something. So what do you think about that?
As for me, I think the reusable pads, having to wash them, you don't actually have the whole knowledge on how to do it.
True.
You'll just take the first one that you have, like using water, which will not be so hygienic. So what I actually recommend is using the disposable pads, because we can introduce pad bins to schools and to the village where people don't have access to these things. And nowadays I really like how if you go to the toilet, you'll find the pad bin there, and you don't actually have to open it with your hands. You can just step down there and then it opens. So I think that is very effective. So I would really recommend for someone just to use the reusable pads, and they should be taught how to dispose them well. You don't just throw it away. You don't just after using it, wrap it nicely. After wrapping it nicely, put it in a paper and then in the pad bin. You don't just put it like that, so that when the other lady comes, maybe when they look at it and they are not really on their menses, they also get to have their menses. There are some girls who are like that.
Yeah.
Immediately when they just see blood, they just start to have their menses, of which is not really healthy for people to get to see what really comes out of you and all of that. So wrap it well and just dispose it off nicely. That is what I'd recommend. And also in some schools you find that they ban the sanitary towels, the used ones, of which that method I don't know if it's really effective, but it's also just another way of disposing them off.
Well, that's beautiful, because hata kama you guys mnanyesha msituharibie mazingira tafadhali.
Exactly.
We need an environment clean, because like you say, there are people who get affected by just seeing that or something. And also, speaking of which, let's get a little deep into matters hygiene. You're on your menses. How many times should you take a shower? How should you conduct yourself? How should you go around that? Because huku nje watu amtufanyi vizuri lakini sawa. Let's get to hear from you. What's your take in regards to that? How should these ladies approach that season of their life?
Oh, that's a good question. And at the first time somebody asked me this, I fumbled big time. You see, okay, so, and I attended this women reproductive health session some days in Nanyuki, and we heard a specialist on the same. She said that on your periods you're supposed to shower at least 4 times.
Wow.
That's a specialist, no my words, okay? So I was like, oh yeah, I actually reacted the way you just, wow, oh really? But the system is strict, right? We have, we have class. I have to wake up at 7 a.m., go to my class, do my whole stuff. And then I'm getting back to my room at probably 9, 10. Come on. Where will I get, the time
for 4 showers,
I know,
4 times a day?
Exactly. Now forget about me. How about a girl I've worked so much with, I've done a lot in the informal settlements. That's why I keep referring to them. So what about a girl who lives there, where they struggle to even get drinking water, clean water. So again, it narrows down to cooperating. I love the Ubuntu notion that I am because we are. It takes a village to raise a child, right? Let the school cooperate. Girls' school should have showers, showers where in case of anything you just go do your thing, you see. And then now I'd also like to appreciate that we have these bins in our schools, the one she mentioned, where you don't have to open these bins with your hand. We have where we can just dispose these pads safely without messing with the environment and all that. But then again, around hygiene, apparently you're supposed to shower 4 times. That's an health specialist saying, not my words, you see. But the system is strict. We have to also navigate, maneuver, and find a solution to that. Just make sure you're close to water. What I'd say, you know your body better than we know. You know how you flow better than we know. I wouldn't know if it's heavy or what. That is why it narrows down to understanding your body, your health, and literally everything. Just be aware of yourself, such that even if we come in as sisters, philanthropists, I don't know what, to assist you, you're already helping yourself, So sisi wote tunaitako hii problem together, really.
Okay, let's get to hear from Sandra. What you would say in regards to that? How many times should I take a bath during my cycle?
Okay, the world is really revolving right now, and you won't tell me that as a producer you expect me to shower 4 times in a day. Yes, you don't expect me to shower 4 times in a day. But the world is evolving, whereby we have even flushable wipes these days. Why can't you introduce that when you're taking the pads and giving back? I talked about giving back to the village. So when you're going to take these pads to them, why can't you also carry with you some flushable wipes and actually teach them how to use them? Because they are flushable, they are just disposable. Yeah, you can use them. You can just, in the morning you can shower, Then between the day, you know, when you're going to change that sanitary towel, you can wipe yourself with the flushable wipes and then flush it, and then, or wrap it nicely together with the sanitary towel, the used sanitary towel, and dispose it in the pad bin. And then at lunchtime again, you go and you wipe, because you know, when we are seated here and let's say I've not showered and I'm going through my menses, we usually know the smell. As women, we know the smell, and you'll be like, oh, you actually did shower. So yeah, what's going on here? So I will recommend for people to use the flushable wipes, and the flushable wipes, they are not expensive, or just use the normal wipes. Then they're about 100 shillings. Just use them because they are usually sanitized in a way that, you know, when you wipe there, you also feel nice as a person. When you're here, you're going through your menses, but nobody knows you're actually smelling nice. It gives you the confidence every day. So when you're actually giving back to the village and giving away those sanitary towel, also carry with you some wipes and actually teach them how to use them, because obviously there's no water all the time. Yes, and that will be like wasting, because you have to shower all the way down while you know the parts where you are of which you're dealing with. So that's a call to action to those people who have, or the organizations that are coming up to help the ladies, meaning if you're bringing with us pads, bring with us a way of cleaning ourselves, right? Like the one you've said about the wipes. Well, that's a good idea. But someone would ask, sasa kama tumeshindwa ku afford pads, wipes ndo tutaweza kununua, you know? The wipes are not expensive. Yes, and I can guarantee you that kuna zingine 50 bob, 60 bob, you know, 80 shillings. Okay, if you're able to afford to get them the pads, I'm very sure you are able to afford even the wipes. Kuna adi hiyo kapak kadogo. You can just carry it in your bag as a lady, ama you can take it to the village there, or you can just buy the big one, the ones the ones the mothers use for the babies. As long as it is just wipes and it is sanitized, you'll be okay. Go to the village, teach them how to use these things. Go to Madare, teach them how to use these things, because maji, we are looking for a solution, right? Yes. And uwezi sema tutaambia watu waende wa pump maji sijui kutoka wapi before ifike and utakuwa hadi umemaliza hiyo menses. It's difficult. Yes. Okay, so let's get to our next question and ask. Let's educate our ladies out there. For how long are you supposed to have that pad on? Labda kuna mtu anavanga from morning to evening, ni hivyo, you know, maybe people don't know, others wait until it's full or something, but hygienically, for how long are you supposed to have your pad on?
Oh, all right, that's another good question, really. So for me, I'd say, and today, I think I'll just have to say that if you know your body, then you'll know. You don't have to stay with the pad at 8 hours. So we've been told, we've been taught, we've been educated, empowered, and all that it's important that was kind of pad over 4 hours. You know, it's clear over 4 hours. You'll just be calling for infections and, you know, those kind of things. But then again, just know your body. Some people cannot even stay with one pad for over 2 hours because they have a heavy flow and those kind of things. So first, know your body. Second of all, I think it's by convention, isipite 4 hours, you know, that kind of thing. And what else? I think that's all, really.
Okay, so Sandra, what would you tell us as your last remarks, something that kama hutasema itakuwa umekosea audience? Yes, tell them something out there, something educative, or what is your take in regards to the whole issue matters menstrual health?
Okay, when we are talking about menstrual health, we are talking about all women. We are not just talking about girls in Madare, you know, we are generalizing this, and actually you can't just say that pads, it's not just pads or sanitary towels. We also have tampons. We also have menstrual cups. And pads, I think you just have to be with them 3 to 4 hours. For the young girls, obviously they can't use the menstrual cups and the tampons. But for ladies, we can actually use tampons and menstrual cups. So for the tampons, they go to 2 to 3 hours. And they are very tiny, which is very effective for those people who do not want to carry the whole thing in your bag and you have a small bag. And also we have the menstrual cup, which I'd say 1 hour is enough, but depends with your flow. Yes, so that is what I would like to say.
Okay, that's good. Tell us where we can find you on social media. Please face our camera.
Okay, so on social media, on Instagram, you can find me at Sandy Osike, and on TikTok, you can find me at msandy. Yes, and that's all.
Okay. What about you, Joanne? Your final remarks in regards to the issue and where we can find you on social media.
All right, so first my remarks is that because menstrual health is a female thing, like a woman thing, can just women join hands? I know women are their own enemies, but let it start with us that you are helping me before I have to call a man to assist me, all right? And second of all is that we are organizing a pad drive on 11th of October. It's when the world celebrates a girl child, right? So I'm inviting support, assistance, partnership, visibility, and literally everything. So that let's make Mathare girls, you know, enjoy that day.
Yes.
Make the day memorable. And I hope to see her. Let me say it live on here, right? Please come. So on my social media handles, you can find me on LinkedIn at Joanne Chepchirchir. Yes, Instagram is Joanne Kipto 1393 and TikTok it's at Genuine 919. Please, let's connect, and yeah, thank you others. Thank you for having us.
That has been it here on WCW, here on Y in the Morning. Our guest, beautiful ladies in the house, have educated us matters menstrual health. I hope umepata kitu. I hope umeelewa at least isikue umetoka bure, you know. And thank you so much for tuning in. We love you so much. We love you. We love you. We love you so much. Mi hata sijui nitasema aje, but that is it. Let's keep on catching up with you. Don't change the channel. We're still continuing. Let's tune in tomorrow from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. here at Y in the Morning. Have a beautiful day, I'd say, and enjoy your week.